Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Ooh, sorry, the voice. Just had a sandwich. Welcome to a haul video. This is the haul for August. I know it's like September, but yeah, I wanted to put out the top 10 on my birthday, which was the 31st. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out, iCard there. Yeah, check that out. I really enjoyed making that video. So for the haul for August, I didn't think I had that much, but honestly, looking at it now, I had quite a bit. I was not expecting, like, I thought, like, oh, I had a couple series, so, like, I'll just do one haul at the end of the month, and it'll be, like, a couple, like, 10 volumes, and that's it. But actually, looking at it, I had almost, like, 25, so, yeah, it's a lot to go through. But if you enjoy this video, do all the things that YouTube tells you to do at the time of watching this video, because, you know, they like to change stuff at the moment. But, yeah, let's start the haul off with pre-orders. Okay, so for pre-orders, we had three things. One was Promised Neverland 20. If you saw my haul in the last haul, I had that already. And Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 11, also in that haul. The only thing that I actually got in August was actually the last thing I had to pre-order, which was the only pre-order, and that would be Volume 6 of, I have to cover it, because everyone else is covering it, Chainsaw Man. So Chainsaw Man Volume 6... yeah, had to cover it because if you know what the cover is, yeah. I've talked about Chainsaw Man many of times. It's the only series I've read twice. I enjoyed it. It's in my top 10 video. Again, plug, go watch that video. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was really good. So good that I read it twice, like I just said. I'm pretty sure this covers the Bomb Demon arc, because the character you can see is the Bomb Demon. Yeah, that's my favorite arc, so cool. I currently have volumes 1, 5, and 6 right now, and I ordered all the other ones through Red Stuff. It'll get here whenever it gets here, but I'm in no rush to read it again. I've read it twice, so no, it's just basically I want to collect it because it's one of my favorite series, so yeah. Chainsaw Man 6, again I gotta turn because, yeah, the spine though, you get the spine, I guess, but yeah, only pre-order, so that's that. Okay, so we're gonna go with the next thing is a new series that I'm getting. I was very interested in the series when I first heard about it. It was an interesting concept, and basically, like I said, August is my birth month. If you're a Barnes & Noble's member, you get a whole like thingy, which is like $5 off, and basically this is something that I just saw, and I picked it up. So we got Volume 1 of Mashallah. Now, Mashallah is basically, easiest way to describe it, and everyone describes it, it's Harry Potter, One Punch Man. Basically it. I would say, a lot of people say Harry Potter, One Punch Man. I would probably put it as throw Black Clover in there, because the thing with Black Clover is that the main character has no magic, at least at the beginning at least. I never got that far into Black Clover, got like to like 50 chapters. But just like Asta, our main character over here, Mash, I think his name is Mash. I think so. Let me see. Yes, it's Mash. The main character Mash doesn't know any magic at all, and basically the whole Saitama thing is the dude is just really buff. Not appearance-wise. Appearance-wise, he looks okay, but the dude is just freakishly strong, and yeah. I really enjoyed it. The art is pretty simple, but the gags are pretty good enough to where I want to keep going on with this. I've heard it gets kind of still later on, but again, this is only the first volume, and I pretty much enjoyed it, so yeah. If you're interested in like Harry Potter and stuff, I've seen the movies when they originally came out, so I was like a pretty young kid, so this kind of resonated with me a little bit because childhood, and I've seen those movies. So if you've seen Harry Potter and like want to get into anime or manga, this is probably a good choice. I know there's glare because, again, my window is literally right in front of me, and I need it for the lighting, but yeah. Mashallah, I recommend. We'll see how it fares later down the line, but so far, pretty good. So the next thing we have is Mob Psycho 100 Reagan. I guess it's like a standalone, I'm pretty sure. So this volume has always eluded me because every time I go into a Barnes & Noble's or a bookstore, I usually see this there. I currently have all the Mob Psycho physicals up to date at the time of recording. So I eventually wanted to get this, but it was never really on my radar. Again, I've always just seen it there, And basically, with that birthday coupon I had from Barnes & Nobles, this was basically something I picked up. So yeah, I don't know where I have to read it. It might be just a standalone and just I can read it whatever I want, or I have to wait till I get to a certain volume and then read this. I'll probably just wind up reading all the Mob Psycho I have and then reading this after that. So yeah, but Reagan is my favorite character from the anime. I really enjoyed his stuff, and like the end of season 1 is like, if you know, you know. But yeah, yeah, Mob Psycho. Again, same creator as One Punch Man, not the awesome Murata art from the manga. The webcomic guy, the creator, the genius mind, you know. And if you like One Punch Man, and if you've seen Mashallah, like I just said, you'll like Mob Psycho, and I'm pretty sure I'll be happy with this. So yeah. Okay, now something a little different. I am going to be talking about a novel. It's sort of ties into anime and manga because there's been many adaptations of it. There's been like 2 mangas, there's an anime sort of, and I'll talk about that in a bit. And so I've read one of the adaptations, and then I watched like the first half of the first episode of the anime sort of. But yeah, I got the No Longer Human novel. So yeah, No Longer Human is by Osamu Dazai, not this guy from Bungo Stray Dogs. It's the actual person this is based off of, which is a pretty depressing dude, you know. It goes through just a guy who's just like gets crapped on all over again, and like if there's a glimmer of hope, it's just shattered. I read the Junji Ito version, as you can see right here. It's like a hardback. I read that. That was like my introduction to Junji Ito, and in my opinion, it's not really that great of an adaptation. Or like, if you're looking for a Junji Ito thing to read, I probably wouldn't recommend that first, because it's Junji Ito is a horror mangaka, and the way his horror works is kind of completely different to this, so it didn't really nail it that much to me. I wanted to see how the actual novel fares, the actual original writing. I know this is like translated, but I wanted to see how it fares. And then the anime adaptation is something called Blue Literature series or something like that, and the way it goes is that it actually adapts a couple of stories, and then No Longer Human just happens to be like the first 3 to 4 episodes. So yeah, I want to watch that, read this, and then compare everything. And then there's a manga version, which is very expensive and hard to find. So yeah, if you want that, probably just read it online, because good luck trying to get those. But yeah, I'm probably gonna do something where in October I want to review this, do like a whole comparison video, and then I also have my Goodnight Pun Pun. Goodnight Pun Pun actually restocks apparently on October, so hopefully I can get all those. If not, I'll just read the translations, but I want to just review these 2 for the month of October because spooky, you know. But yeah, I am interested to see how this fares against the Junji Ito adaptation, which again, I thought was just okay, yeah. But yeah, No Longer Human, Osamu Dazai. Not this guy again. That's completely different. But yeah. So the next time we're gonna do some series. Yeah, it's like 2 to 3 volumes. The first one is a series that I'm basically hunting down. It's basically my main mission to get these now, because I want to read the entire story physically, and it's one of my favorite animes ever. And I picked up volumes 7. Actually, you know what? I'll do this. Picked up volume 7. Volume 24 and volume 25 of Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is my second favorite anime, second or third, one of those two. It's an amazing story. I've seen only the 2011 version. I want to watch the 99 version to see how that fares, and basically the manga is what I'm getting now. I have a couple more to go, like probably I think I have like half of the manga at that physically now, but I want to get them all, and then the moment I have all of them, I want to read. They quickly are going to restock soon, like 25, like everything I found was basically just recently restocked. So found that. I ordered volume 9 from Right Stuff, which is in a package that I should be getting whenever. That restocked too, so yeah, I'll be getting that. And basically whenever I go out in the wild and find some manga, if I find a Hunter x Hunter volume, I make sure I don't have it, and I get that. So yeah, Hunter x Hunter, one of my favorite animes. Like, I could tell you my story of how, like, sophomore year of high school, I basically just spent it watching the entire series, and my only anime regret really is rushing through the series, because it's one of those series where the moment it ended, I felt very, like, empty, because I'm just like, I don't have anything left. And so I want to get into the manga, or I'll probably watch the 99 series before that, if not after that. I want to find Volume 0 right here, which is a Japanese-only volume, which is a backstory on Kurapika. Hopefully I can find that like somewhere in like a Kinokuniya or something. If not, I'll order online. But yeah, Hunter x Hunter. I recommend it. If you haven't seen Hunter x Hunter, same creator as Yu Yu Hakusho, you get the gist. It's really good. It's like it's like everyone's favorite, like almost everyone's favorite. If you ask them, they'll most likely, if they've seen it, they really like it. So yeah. Alright, so the next series is The next series is something that I actually talked about in my last haul, which is the YuGiOh series. I said that before when I was hunting down YuGiOh, because I have, like, if you see my hauls, you see that there was a bunch of YuGiOh. I'm trying to collect Duelists, and I actually did. I completed the Duelist manga with Volume 16. This one is hard to get, mainly because some of these were actually, I can show you right now. Some of these actually came with cards in them. This one didn't come with a card in them, but the ones that are actually with cards are a bit harder to find because they like to overprice it because of the card. Most of the time they won't have the card, so just make sure. There's no really big reason to find something that expensive. Most of the ones that aren't with cards are like pretty cheap to find. I'm pretty sure like I barely paid a retail price for any of the volumes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist. But yeah, and then it's always a nice surprise if you wind up getting a card. In my last haul, or like 2 hauls ago, I got one of the Millennium World volumes. I got one of the Millennium World volumes, and it actually was sealed, which was surprising. I think I paid like $7 for it, and that came with a card. And actually, I have the card with me right now. So that card is this. I'm a fan of the anime style cards. Like I know there's like a Joey and Yugi friendship card, which is like should be on screen right now. But yeah, I enjoy collecting the cards. I'll grab a pack every now and then. I'm not like a collector hunt like, oh my god, I need all the rare ones, blah blah. I just like to have them, and it's pretty cool. I'm mostly gonna be looking at like the legendary duelists because those are like the old characters. So yeah, my knowledge only goes as far as to GT. That's Dragon Ball. Yeah, my knowledge only goes up to GX, and so I have watched the original when I was a kid. I watched GX when I was a kid, and I actually watched the original Japanese version a couple months back and finished it. And basically, the whole purpose of me getting Duelist was to see how it compares, and then I can do a video on that. And then I will be watching every Yu-Gi-Oh! Series once a year. So I'll start GX in January. So yeah, and I'll do everything in Japanese because I want to see how much it's pretty much changed. But yeah, so I got Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist. That's the Duelist series complete. Like I said, I had Millennium World, and I had Volume 5, like I said, with the card. And so I actually got Volume 7 a couple days ago, which is pretty good. I think Volume 7 is like the final chapter, I can tell because it's kind of chunky compared to the other ones. Millennium World follows the arc where they barely play card games. It's mainly just, hey, we need to get your memories back, Pharaoh. So it's basically just back in time. It's like a whole like board game and stuff. Spoiler, but yeah. And like, I enjoyed what I saw from the anime, but it was lacking in certain departments, especially like animation, because like the animation was like really bad in some of the parts. But yeah, I'm fairly interested to see how Millennium World goes. Originally, I was gonna retranslate scanlations or whatever, or just read on Shonen Jump if they have the app, have it on the app. But I wound up getting it because a couple hauls ago, I needed to cut into my budget to get the 75 free shipping. And basically, I just picked up the Millennium World volumes. I am getting Volume 1. And as I say that, I mean, I have Volume 1, but it's going to be for the September haul because September 1st it arrives. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And basically right now, I'm literally only missing Volumes 1. Not 1. I just said I had 1. I'm only missing Volumes 2 and 3, and I'm pretty much done with the entire series. Meaning that I actually also collected Yu-Gi-Oh! R. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! R is a series, I've pretty much talked about it before, which goes in between Duelist and Millennium World, and basically is a whole side story. It's never been animated because who knows. So yeah, the thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! R is that there's 5 volumes, and the 5th volume is pretty much hard to get because 1, it's out of stock, and 2, it's pretty expensive. Like, people would charge like 90 to 100 bucks just for that single volume on its own, and that sucks. So I never wanted to pay that, and gladly I didn't. And there it is, Yu-Gi-Oh! Volume 5, Yu-Gi-Oh! R, whatever the R means. I don't know what it means because I haven't read it yet. It is a chunky boy. It's a big boy. And so yeah, like I said, it is a out of print volume. I don't know why, because you could kind of easily find the other ones. But people like to charge up the ass for this, and thankfully, the person I saw, I basically put out a thread on Reddit, Manga Swap, by the way, check that out if you want to like get stuff for reasonable prices. I was like, hey, I need volume 5. I don't want to pay out the ass. Give me that. And basically, someone was like, hey, I'll do 35. And basically, I was very skeptical at first because I'm like, 35, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Not really. Then I noticed, like, again, I don't want to pay 90 to 100 bucks for this thing. And I never knew how chunky it was, like I said. It's a pretty big boy. It's yellow, but I kind of don't care with these volumes because they're old volumes. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll pay 35, and yeah. I have Yu-Gi-Oh! R complete, 1 through 5. I am complete with Duelists, and I literally just have 2 volumes for Millennium World, meaning that I'm almost done collecting the entire series. And with that, I'll be reviewing the manga and then the anime. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because that'll be coming soon. Alright, so basically, I like to call this, like with Yu-Gi-Oh!, I like to call this my legacy collection, because they're older titles that are somewhat cult favorites. So yeah, and the next series I got was actually a couple volumes of a series I've been trying to collect for a while now, and that's Reborn. I got Reborn's Volume 4, Volume 10, look at Dino, or Basil, no, that's Basil, it's Basil, my bad. Volume 12A, Volume 13, which is, in my opinion, like the ugliest cover, but like I get what they're trying to do, but it's not my thing. But yeah, Volume 13. And then Volume 14, which is like one of my favorite covers, just YuGiOh, which is like pretty cool character. I got all those. I have a bunch of other ones that I have. I'm literally just missing volumes 5, 15, and 16. 15 and 16 are going to be a little harder to get because they're usually overpriced at like 30. I've been getting all these for like 20 to 25. The guy, I got like 10, 12, 13, and 14 I got at a bundle. And yeah, I paid like 20 for each of them. I paid for around like 23 bucks, which is not bad. Again, I like to just go at 25 of the max if I can. I'm probably gonna have to do 30 for the last two because they're a little harder to get. Every now and then I'll see like 5 pop up on eBay for like less than 20, so I'll get that soon. And basically, I hope by the end of the year I collect the series. I watched the anime recently. It took me a while to finish it because I like to after Hunter x Hunter, I wanted the slow grind. I don't want to really rush things, and yeah, I'll most likely do a video about a Reborn the moment I get all the volumes, and then I'll read all the volumes and compare it to the anime because I have a lot of things to say about the anime. But I'm almost done with the collection, and yeah, just 3 more volumes. So hopefully I get that by the end of the year. Okay, so the final series is a new series. I know I said that Mashallah was like one of the only new series that I got, but actually, the last thing is actually a new series that I decided, you know what? Almost everyone in the MangaTube community has this, and the creator is a really well-respected creator. So I was like, you know what? I might as well. And that is actually the fabled, I don't know why I said fabled, it's the famous in the community, it's the 20th Century Boys. I have volumes 1, volume 2, okay, we're making a big jump to volume 7, volume 8, volume 9, little jump to volume 13, volume 15, volume 16, I have like a little speech bubble, which I think this is the first time I've seen like a speech bubble on a cover. Kind of like it. And then the last one is volume 21. Volume 22, I believe, is the last volume in the singles, but I got 21 because that was the only thing I could find. So yeah, 20th Century Boys. It's something that basically any of your favorite manga creator influencers on here, they basically have read it or are collecting it, and yeah, they've praised it. Naoki Urasawa has made Monster, which is a series that I need to rewatch because, man, I remember watching it as a kid. I don't remember how I found it, but I watched it as a kid and I was like, interesting. I probably would get a lot more on my second watch, but yeah, I need to watch that soon. I've seen the Perfect Edition, which is interesting because it's more of a series where, like, if you have it showing the covers when you display it, it paints out an image, as opposed to having like equal, like My Promised Neverland, everything's equal on the spine. So yeah, and so 20th Century Boys has been basically, I've heard it's really good from creators, other personalities who have read it really enjoy it. And there's like 3 live action movies that I found out in Japan that are things. So yeah, and I've heard they're actually pretty decent for what they are. The Anime Man recently did a live action tier list, which I kind of wanted to do, but then I kind of just found out that he did it, so there's no point on doing it. I was going to do live action tier lists on like the ones available in America in some way, streaming platform or DVD wise. But yeah, so I'm very interested in it. I think with my thing right here, I have like half of the volumes already, and I know some of them are harder. I think like volume 3 is kind of hard to get, and then volume 17 I know is hard to get because of a good friend. Yeah, they've been trying to get 17 and they finally just got it. So yeah, and then there's the sequel, I think it's a sequel, 21st Century Boys, which is 2 singles. And then I think what I'll do is I'll focus on my 20th Century Boys. If I happen to find 21st Century somewhere, I'll pick it up in the singles. But if I get all the 20th Century Boys and I wind up reading it and really enjoying it, I'll probably just wind up picking up the Perfect Edition, because the Perfect Edition they look nice for what they are. But again, I have the singles that I'd rather match. But the 21st Omnibus Perfect Edition actually seems okay. Like, I think that it's like there's a song in the actual series. I think the cover is actually them singing the song. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Can't really say much about the series. You've probably heard it a bunch recently, but yeah, 20th Century Boys, 21st Century Boys. It's gonna take a while to collect these, but I'm in for the ride now, especially since I have the singles now, so yeah. Alright, and that concludes our haul for the month of August. It was like 24, 25 volumes, I believe. Comment below if you're reading any of these series, which one are you reading, and which one was your favorite of the haul. I'm most likely interested in 20th Century Boys, and then I'm almost done with YuGiOh, so I can also plunk that down. Reborn, I'm also close. 3 more volumes, like I said, so yeah. I think out of all of these, I'm going to be reading the, what's it called? I'm going to be reading the, No Longer Human. I'm going to be reading that pretty much soon. I'm pretty sure like the first day I go to school, which is supposed to be tomorrow. But there was a flood in the area. Don't ask me about it because it kind of sucked. So yeah, don't know if I'm going to be able to go to school on the first day, but we'll see how that goes. I'll usually wind up taking mangas on my trip because it's 2 train rides, and yeah. But yeah, this is my haul. If you enjoyed what I do here, give me a follow and all that stuff, and yeah, comment, do all the things YouTube tells you to do. I do anime and manga stuff here, and whatever I please to do, because it's my channel and I enjoy what I enjoy. So yeah, I'll see you when I see you.